Hey Christina, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Can you see me okay? Hear me okay? Awesome, awesome. Christina, thank you so much for scheduling the call. I really appreciate the trust and time. How did we connect, Christina?
Uh, you contacted me because we're both a part of CTOX.
That's right. That's right. I'll tell you this. Have you heard of 80/20?
No.
80/20 is a pattern, right? Whatever we do, 20% is what seems to get us the results. 80% is pretty much the thing is when we get started we don't know what's 80 or what's 20, so we got to try out anyway. So the reason I'm sharing that is I sent out an emails to about 100 people. 80% of them were cursing at me.
Really?
You're one of those 20% 20 people, if you want to call it.
Oh, well,
I appreciate it.
it's because I want to learn a little bit more about this podcast myself because it's something I'm interested in getting into, and I really don't have a lot of people who are doing. Well, I guess I do. I do know a lot of people who are doing it, but I don't know how well they're doing it. So I thought, hey, this would be a great opportunity to see what this is like.
Absolutely. So um, everything is transparent. What I'm trying to do is I'm a fractional CTO as well. I have one client that I'm closing right now. I have a full-time job I'm trying to transition from, right? And fractional is where I get to thrive because the truth is, when you're working in a job, you're always trying to figure out new ways to help out your client grow in your career and all. But you can only do so much. You're limited by the tools, you're limited by the hierarchies, the policies within. So, being a consultant, you get the complete landscape of what's everyone is doing, but nobody likes a consultant, right? Because they're always trying to pitch. So, I guess fractional is where you get to tell them, hey, I'm on the same team, we are on the same side, we want the same thing. It's just that I want to bring you perspectives which I wouldn't have otherwise. So I'm going out there, hanging out with all these people, learning, failing, falling. So I'll bring you the best perspective, right? So I guess we are at a sweet spot. So the reason I started this podcast is it's ever changing. AI is ever changing. What we have last month is not relevant anymore. Most of it. So I thought, okay, we are all fractional CTOs. We are not typical marketer. How can we all just hang out, learn from each other? But that becomes a content machine. That becomes our go-to, right? How do we position ourselves? Just doing what we love to do, which is hang out, talk, strategize, quickly deploy, even if it's a silly app, silly, stupid way of doing things. We quickly deploy things, by thinking long term policy, governance, all that perspective.
Yeah.
So that's why I started this. And like I said, I got 80 rejections, and you're one of the 20 people to trust me on this. Yeah, feel free to ask me any questions. That's where I'm coming from. That's my true intent here. So please go ahead.
So how long have you been operating this podcast?
So just brand new. Back in the day, I started as a software engineer. I transitioned into entrepreneurship probably 9 years ago. I started investing in courses, content, probably too much. My wife doesn't know this. I spent way too much, probably $250,000 just on coaching, advisory, all that, because I'm trying to run away from my job, right? Run away, escape from 9 to 5. But the truth is, entrepreneurship, you cannot do it alone. It's not a lonely sport.
No, it's all day
So,
every day, actually.
mhm, absolutely. So now I figured, okay, I don't have to run away from 9 to 5 because technology is something that I understand, just like you. I understand in my sleep, but there are so many people out there that are already entrepreneurs. Now, how can I bridge that gap? I understand the tools, I understand the technology. How can I democratize all that for the business owners, founders who are not so technical.
Yeah.
That's where I'm somewhere in between of being an engineer and an entrepreneur. So fractional is where
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
thriving right now.
Well, it's where the fun is, right? Because you can come in, you can advise people, you can understand, you can help them, lead them in the direction that they need to go, understanding, are you scaling? Are you interested in your removing risk? What is the purpose of your company? Where are you going? Because there's different types of CTO, right? You could be a transformational CTO, big ideas, moving. You could be a stabilization CTO. Hey, it's in place. Let me make sure that we're managing it correctly. You could be the CTO who's coming in and's got the wild ideas and wants to be innovative. So you got different ways to do this, and the word CTO and how people are using it means different things for different type of businesses, and we all bring a different skill and a different background and a different view. Like you say, being fractional allows you to work with different people, see different problems, see solutions to those problems. The more solutions and the more opportunities that you have to see how things are done differently, the more innovative you get to be in the realm that you're working in. Whether that's
100%.
I come from a governance, a risk, audit, software engineering, databases, applications, you name it, I morph. So being able to, and I've done this for 25 years now, so I've been morphing for a long time through different changes of technology. People talk, you talk about scripting language or you talk about this, but for me, fundamentally, I can go back 25 years. What did this look like? How did we get to
Yeah,
where we are, and how can we put the pieces together? One of the executives I work with, he's like, 10 years ago, I was able to do this. Why can't I do this now? Well, because, we made a conveyor belt out of technology, and we have to know how to put all those things together for the information to flow today, right? Yeah, 10, 15 years ago, you had your intranet, it was all right there. But now we've got vendors and services and managed service support, and all these different people got stake in the game. And understanding how all those pieces fit together and how they underlay people process so that your technology is functional is to me pretty cool. That's what I enjoy doing.
absolutely. Absolutely. So I have more questions on that. Um, just wanted to close the loop on your earlier question. So I started this particular project, No BS AI, because I want it to be a vehicle for all of us to share our collective wisdom and go to market with saying that, hey, I may not have the answer right now, but the guys that I work with, I'm friends with, we together we can solve anything, right? So that's a collective wisdom that I want to bring to the clients that we are going to serve. And the second thing is it positions all of us in a better position because we are not marketers. But hanging out like this, we'd love to do that. Hey, bring me a problem, let's brainstorm, talk about it, figure out ways. So that's why I created this. But I have some experience in ranting, sharing my vlogs, sharing my experience for the entrepreneurship side of things. But for fractional, this is a brand new project. So let me know how you feel about it and if you have any questions. All right, Christina, so tell me more about what's your position right now? Are you transitioning or are you already having a
I'm a
couple of people?
full-time CTO for a group of companies. They're all different things. A third-party logistics firm, pharmaceutical, like yeah, but more like PE kind of.
Perfect.
Couple guys getting together, got their
Yeah,
got they know how to strategy, they know how to move product, and I'm here to, like I say, put the foundation of the technology underneath of that to make sure it's efficient and moving and revenue streams are generating, right? So that's
perfect.
what I'm doing today.
So one PE firm, they have portfolio of companies in different niches,
Yeah,
and you serve as a full time for the PE, but fractional for all these
for the
underlying
different,
brands.
yep, exactly.
Makes perfect sense. Cool. So what's your goal? What are you trying to accomplish in the next 3 to 6 months?
I just in general, for me within the role, I'm trying to make sure that we are as efficient and we're stabilizing our environment. I've spent the last couple years doing a digital transformation. making sure I understand how data is moving in and out and the different compliances that we have to have in our industries to make sure that one, we are compliant, and are working with our customers in a timely manner, and we're getting the information that we need. And in the next 6 months, now that we've stabilized and we've gotten on our platform, the biggest thing is back to what I used to love, be passionate about, which was intelligence. So getting the dashboarding, the reporting, making sure the owners can make strategic business decisions and they know how to make sure that they're being profitable and they can have the information at their fingertips to make those decisions. That used to be my passion a long time ago. Somehow, business intelligence is now. I went into some different things, got into governance, got into risk, got into audit, and full circle, getting back into the business intelligence aspect of this role.
Absolutely. Um, Question on that. So, how did you, right now, are you trying to expand your impact, or are you happy where you are as far as the number of clients you're serving?
I would ultimately like to, like you say, you're trying to get out there and branch out and get a hold of some more opportunities, and that's what I'm wishing to do too. Fractional, you can give so much of your time here and there, and you have more time to give, especially your knowledge and your understanding, and being able to provide that to as other clients would be great.
Absolutely. So, right now, are you actively sourcing, or what's your secret to maybe reaching out, or
I'm
uh,
currently not actively sourcing, no. I'm still fully invested in this project I have going on. We're trying to transition out of that.
absolutely. So that's the reason we are part of all these groups as well, right? We don't want to miss out, but at the same time, there are two hats we all got to wear. One is you got to build, meaning the operations, the delivery, the strategizing, what happens behind the screens. But then you also got to sell, come in front of the stage, attract, share. So that's why I'm hoping that whatever we are creating here will help out a little bit.
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
one of the things I've wanted to say for the last couple of years. I've personally wanted to get out there, to get to do talks or even like learn about the podcasting and have conversations with people and that sort of thing. As technologists, sometimes we're not the most out there personality.
We're not marketers, yeah.
So that is a personal goal of mine to actually get out there more and be able to make those connections. And it's why I'm part of CTOX. That's why I'm part of some other organizations, is just to start building that network and getting out there to have conversations with people, especially right now with AI changing the environment. You got to keep up, and you can't keep up while you're doing all at the same time too, right? So it's good to be able to have those people and those connections to have conversations to see, where did you go? Why did you go there? How can I leverage that? Should I leverage that? That's the bigger question. Should I?
Yeah. Yeah. I heard one of my uh, mentors, the guy that I am heavily invested in, he has a psychologist that he talks to, more on the friendly basis. The psychologist has a quote. He says the difference between should and doing is where the happiness is. If it is too much apart, you're unhappy. If you say you should do something and then you do it, that's when you can be more happy. You are more like free bird. It's not about the results. It's not about the success, right?
Mm.
You say you should do this and then you go do it. Now that's where you come out joyful. I don't know if it made sense, but
No, it does. I think my question is like, should you do it when from a technology basis? Is a lot of people are early adopters or adopt because, right? I want to make sure that the people I'm working with, serving, helping, we're adopting what is necessary. Because
mhm.
especially for small business, right? You don't have all the money behind you that you would have to be able to go to do everything. So you got to be strategic in what you're doing, making sure it's going to be useful. Is it going to fit in your landscape? Can it be used for multiple things? Like when I first came to where I'm at, we had a lot of different tools doing a lot of the same things. Well, that's money over money over money. Let's consolidate. Let's bring things in. Let's understand why we selected that tool and make sure we have the right thing in place. So that's how I use the term should.
Agreed, 100%, right? And there is also saying that just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
Meaning that's where we come in, right? We are the bad actors slowing down the innovators, saying that hey, maybe we should think this through. We should strategize more. Absolutely, 100% agreed with you. When you say you're talking about strategizing, you're talking about should we do this prototype or should we use these tools? Let me ask you this question: Are you would you rather be loyal to the tool or the actual LLM behind it?
It
OpenAI,
it
Anthropic,
depends,
whoever.
right? It depends on how much investment you have in something, right?
Hmm.
What have I invested into this? Um, can I continue to expand? Can I continue to leverage this platform? If I'm going to choose something to offset it, I'm going to bring a secondary thing in that I could have used the other one initially. Then I want to know pros and cons. What are my trade-offs? Is this expense? Like, how's the shift happening? You need to go because obviously a lot of tools can do a lot of different things.
Hmm.
And depending on size and nature, how many people do you have for maintenance once you put it in place? Because we make cool things. People got to adopt them and they have to manage them and they have to keep using them. So you want to make sure whatever you put in place is not going to need to be replaced 6 months later. Oh, it didn't do enough. You're right. So you have to be able to forecast. Is it going to be used? How long can it be there? Is this short term, long term? What's the goal? So pretty much if I'm going to take something in and I'm going to say, should I use this connector, that connector? I do a lot of integration, right? So I'm always looking at the way to integrate. What are my tools? What's my end user using? Are we talking? Do we need an app, iOS app? Do we need? Is my end user going to be on a Mac? Is my end user going to be on a Windows? What is the environment? Yeah. So
Yeah,
those are all trade offs that you have to ask whenever you're figuring out how to plug your
yeah.
next thing in. Because you can
Especially where you're coming
innovate
from.
all day, right? You can have fun. You can have all the fun you want to, but ultimately you want somebody to be using this for a long period of time.
Absolutely. And that's why I think this collective wisdom also helps out because I'm coming from a place of, hey, I've worked with Fortune 500 companies. Now I want to serve local home service companies that are doing 10 plus million. Now, where you are coming from, serving the PE firms, you have this different skill set when you're serving all these niches under the PE firm, right?
Mhm.
So every situation is different. Every what is the roadmap? What are we trying to achieve? What's it's not a cookie cutter solution for everyone. Sounds good. Krishna, so what are some of the challenges? So we talked about marketing, we talked about putting ourselves out there. So I hope what we are doing here will help us solve some of it for all of us as a community. Now, as far as the implementation aspect is concerned, how do you see the transition happening? So the workforce is scared about losing jobs. We are in a fortunate place where we are actually bridging the gap, right? Helping these guys also maybe change the way that they're thinking and doing their jobs, but at the same time also helping the leaders saying that hey, the biggest asset you will ever have is the people.
Yeah.
Whatever you're trying, systems will come and go, they will evolve, they're better, but there won't be a point where there is no human that's not overseeing the system, right? So
Well,
how are you seeing the transition?
I'm a educated software engineer, right? I have a master's in software engineering. At the end of the day, and I love these tools. They make me faster at building what I want to build, right? I know how to prompt these things to get what I want out of them. But this thing about a software engineer, somebody who is analytical or an architect or breaks problems down, and you want to look at a solution from beginning to end, the way that you're able to break down what's in front of you and build it back up. You can't with these tools. If you prompt it to do one thing and you don't know, you're not skilled, you're not educated. Everybody's got a different calling, right?
Outcome.
It's
Uh-huh.
like software engineer. I'm one thing. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not educated in those things, but I understand how I'm going to put applications together. I understand what I do is I bring efficiency to technology that's underlying the people in the process, right? A tool can't be prompted to understand from beginning to end that that's what it's got to do. So having that software engineer, having that human who still does that architect, that big think to be able to prompt the tool to get what you need out of it is still, to me, essential. The tool itself can't solve a full problem. Well, I don't think I don't know that I've met that tool today that solves a full integration problem from beginning to end, without being able to think about how are the people going to work in this process. What is the
That's right.
process? What is the process going to look like? And did we make the thing that was necessary for the environment in which it's going to work? Because every environment works differently based on any one of these three things, whether it's the people, the process, or the technology, right? Oh, I lost you.